Hello, and welcome to another Riftbound Dish video. This is the recap slash vlog of the trip we did, me and my friend, to Vancouver to play the RCQ that happened last weekend. Right now, I'm just by myself arriving in Vancouver, and my friend will be joining me the day after. So we landed in Vancouver pretty early. I went to a coffee shop that's near the Airbnb, and while waiting for the check-in time, I just was watching the finals from the Chinese RCQ that had just passed the weekend before. Just like what are the most played decks, what are the most played cards, what's strong, what's not. This is my first time in Vancouver, and I have to say I had a really good time. The food was amazing. This is after checking in at the Airbnb. I left all my things at the apartment. It was really at a great location. It was like walking distance from the venue where the tournament happened. Like we had everything really at a walking distance. The city itself is really nice. I really liked it. All the architecture, everything's very modern, very clean. The weather was super nice, especially the days before the tournament were really good in terms of weather. And on my way back to the Airbnb, I decided to stop by this udon place, and it was really good. I really wanted to go back, but we found so many good food places that it was really hard to find the time to repeat any of them. We ended up just going back to a coffee shop that was on the way to the venue, and we pretty much went every day there for coffee. I mean, this is not it. This is something that, oh, this is another one that was closer to the Airbnb, which also had amazing pastries. I decided on the Lotus cheesecake on day one. I was kind of tired at this point because I really didn't sleep well on the flight. It was an overnight flight, so um, I'm looking forward to going back to the Airbnb and going to sleep, but I don't want to ruin my sleep schedule. So before that, I played a couple of ranked matches on the Runes and Rift server. At this point, you can see I was still playing Candlelit Sanctum as my go second battlefield, which ended up changing for the event. But like I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure about it, and I'm still not sure about my going second battlefield. Like even the one I played at the event, which was Star Tipped Peak. I don't know. I don't love it. So I played ranked for a couple hours before going to bed. I also did some grocery shopping, and that was it for day one. Day two, as you can see, the weather was also really nice. My friend will be arriving in a couple of hours, so in the meantime, I just walked around the city, took pictures, and relaxed a little bit. Afterwards, I went to a coffee shop, the one I was telling you about earlier, which is this one, Bahar. I don't remember the exact address, but I'm sure you can find it if you're in Vancouver. And it was really good. The coffee was great, the pastries were great, the food was great. And we're starting here our mulligan, also our sideboard notes. At this point, I'm still polishing my deck. Once my friend arrived, he we met at the Airbnb and then went out to the piers. This was a like a really good. It's really close to the venue where the tournament was, but the view is amazing. There is lots to do here, and we really had a good time. We relaxed for the most part during the day, and then went back to the Airbnb for testing at night. Like we didn't want to jam games all day. Like if we're visiting Vancouver, we also want to get to know the city, and we brought several decks to test. Once we were back home, you can see me playing Severe Aurora here. My friend wanted to play Vex, or at this point had like a weird brew that he was testing. So like we tried to play all the matchups against each other's decks, just to hone in those final details for each one of those. Here you can see me playing on the kitchen table of the Airbnb Severe Aurora, then LeBlanc. He's playing, as I said, Vex. You can see there I still had the. Let me go back a little bit. I still had the 10th two drop, which is the Pit Rookie over here, and the Battlefield Candlelit Sanctum, which ended up changing. And what else changed? Oh, there's a wind wall in the sideboard that ended up changing as well. So I did fine tune the deck, but this is like 90% the final list I played. And then we just jammed some games with the actual decks that we were playing on the event. This is the start of day 3. We wanted to go look for a local game store to sell some One Piece cards that my friend had. Explored a little bit the city. Unfortunately, we didn't have like good luck with selling those cards, but like on our way there, we decided to rent a couple bikes, and just the weather was so nice that we were like, we should explore the city on a bike, and we just biked around for several hours. We went to a couple game stores, as I said, to see if we could sell the cards. We explored parts of the city that we didn't know. We didn't go that far away, so like we didn't get to visit like everything in Vancouver. But I think we have a pretty good idea of downtown Vancouver, what can be done, where to eat, what to see. So yeah, this is still very sorry for the shaky footage, but like the terrain here was not the greatest. This is very close to where the tournament happened in the venue, and we were there. This is on Thursday, like the day before the event. So we decided, hey, don't we pick up our badges right now instead of waiting for tomorrow? Because tomorrow, the day when the event starts, there's a really long line for it. So it was a really good coincidence that they were already giving them out. We got our standard competitor passes this time and Poppy promo cards. It's a really nice promo. I really liked it. So at least I already have all cards from set 3, so there's no point in getting the premium competitor that like I would be getting the playmat, I guess, from the event, but it's $500 for just the playmat seems a little bit high because I don't need the cards anymore, and I don't even like cracking open packs. So yeah, it's not for me. Then we decided to go to Stanley Park, which is a huge part of Vancouver at the north. But hey, look at the views, man. Like this is beautiful. If I lived in Vancouver, like biking here would be something I do pretty frequently, to be honest. And then we stopped at the totem poles to take a couple pictures. There was also a coffee shop there and like a souvenir store. So we purchased a couple things just for our friends and family back home and had a coffee. And yeah, we had a really chill time that day. Then we went for ramen. This is another one that we had to repeat. I don't remember the name exactly of the place, but it's at the end of the video. I took a picture of the place. I'm pretty sure if you're in Vancouver, you know, it'll be easy for you to find it. So after that, we went back to the Airbnb. This time, my friend played all of the decks against my Master Yi. This is the Severe Aurora matchup, which is probably my worst one. I only faced 2 the whole weekend, so hey, that's a win. And then we went to sleep early because our first round of the pre-regional challenge starts at 10 a.m. So we wanted to have time to have breakfast and walk to the venue, get some fresh air, and don't rush at all. And this is Friday, the day where the event starts. Today we have a couple of things that we can play. There's a pre-regional challenge that starts at 10 a.m. and goes through pretty much the whole day. Then at night there's a Super Nexus night. This is the coffee shop I told you about, the Bahar. It was really good. If you're in Vancouver, you have to try this one. We grabbed coffee. We had breakfast at the Airbnb. Actually, no, I think we didn't have breakfast at the Airbnb. We ate here and then we ate at the venue. We had breakfast at the Airbnb then the following day. And what was I saying? Oh, yes, there's the pre regional challenge, there's the Super Nexus night, which is best of one, I think 4 rounds or 5 rounds, something like that. It starts at 7 p.m. and it's literally a super Nexus night. There's like 1,000 people playing it, or 800. I don't know. It's like the vibes during these pre-regional or pre-main events are really really good. We tried to get into the Mega Nexus nights, and in the end we couldn't. But there was there were other side events to play. And as I said, our Airbnb was at a great location because it was a 20-minute walk to the venue. So it was really nice to walk there. As I said, get some fresh air, uh, get to know a little bit more of the city, and just not pay Uber. So overall it's a win-win. This is the where the event happened. It's a beautiful venue. Honestly, I thought, like, during the first days, when I looked at this from the outside, I thought it would be like on one of the rooms on the top where you have the view to the sea, and that would have been sick, right? But unfortunately, it wasn't in any of those. It was like on an underground one, or maybe not underground, but it didn't have any windows. You can see us here going down this escalator, and at the end of the hall, you can see there's the entrance to the event. And see, look at that line. Like, I'm glad we grabbed our badges the day before. This is the usual entrance to the RCQs. It's really nice. It looks super cool. They greet you with music and this awesome wall of cards. Unfortunately, and I don't know why, they had the Spirit Forged wall, which seems kind of weird. During Origins, they did have the Origins wall, and then the Spirit Forged one during Set 2, and I'm not sure why they didn't have a Set 3 one this time. And you can see just a sea of people. The number one priority right now is find my going second battlefield. Last night I decided on playing Power Nexus, which is the battlefield where if you hold, you can pay 4 power and get 1 point. But I don't have the card. I didn't bring it with me. I didn't know I would be playing that. So I went to look for one at the vendors, and since it's a common, nobody had it. I had to go through bulk and bulk, and ended up finding it like 10 minutes before the event. And that's not the battlefield I ended up playing at the main event because I also didn't like that one. But for the pre-regional challenge, that's the one that I played. These are like just statues and merch, things that you can purchase at the event. I think these are pretty cool. If I had like a bigger bag, I would have purchased one, but I didn't have enough space to bring back one of these home. So unfortunately, I couldn't get one. You can see there's a lot of people already lining up to purchase merch. Some of them are premium competitor badges that are claiming their 2 booster boxes and maybe purchasing something else. It's a lot of people. It's pretty early, but everyone's in here already. These are metal cards. Oh, sorry. Let me go back a little bit because we didn't have a good chance to see them. These are metal cards from Prize Wall, and you can see there also Prize Wall runes that are 15 tickets that you can only get on the Prize Wall, and they're very very similar to what the Nexus Pack runes were from Set 1, but they're a little bit different. They like the design is just a tiny bit different. They don't have like the white lines on the I guess like the colored part of the rune, and the foil is a little bit different. It looks a little bit more matte. Also, there's like a small, like a little gradient going down instead of going diagonal. So if you pay close attention, they are different, and I believe they started doing this in Sydney, and so this is the second time they are available. And I think they are pretty cool. I wanted to get, obviously I want to get a metal card first. That's the first priority today with my tickets. If I can get to secure 40 from the pre-regional challenge, and then after that I would like to get a pin or slash and the runes. And these are the best of cards. These are the ones awarded to the best of each legend during the event. I think this is the not the final one, but the next one after this, which I think is Hartford, is the final event for Origins and Proving Grounds Legends. So this is one of the final chances all of us will have to get a best of plated card of those older set one and Proving Grounds Legends. And obviously the champion playmat, the trophy, the play, everything's looking really really cool. All of the pricing that Riftbound is doing for these events is amazing. This is the feature match area. There's two tables. One is the main one, the other one's the backup. Those are the ones you will be seeing on stream. And I'm just looking around, familiarizing myself with all the table numbers, because when the round starts, everyone gets up and starts walking, and it becomes really chaotic. So knowing where like the hundreds and 200s and 300s of the tables are is very handy. If it's your first time going to an event like this, I highly suggest that you do that, so you like kind of map where the tables are in your head. So if you have to go to, I don't know, round one table 400, you know in which direction to walk. Otherwise, as I said, it can get pretty chaotic. This is the main event area. You can see side events at the very end of the hall. You can see the prize wall there, the merch there, and it's a sea of people. The event hasn't even started, and it's already a lot of us. And yep, there it is, round one for the pre-regional challenge. We're on table 357. I tried not to take a lot of pictures and videos during the event because I didn't want to distract myself while doing so. But I tried to take as many pictures as I could from either the beginning or the end of the match. But I'm sorry that I couldn't record any of my matches of the regional challenge or the main event. So I really wanted to focus on the game. So I have all my notes, and we can talk over these just to so that you get a good idea of how the games went. This is my round one against Enoch, pretty chill guy. Seems like I won the die roll because it says it there on the play. It's a Master Yi mirror, but game one he had an amazing hand. I couldn't fight it. He had you can see it there. It's one of my crabs died, and I get to see his hand, and it's Rengar, punch first, defy, and discipline or something like that. I had no way to contest that, and he also played a Trinity really early, and I had no ways to kill the Poro that had it. So you can see that the Poro conquered here turn one, then held to 3, held to 5, and then by that point, like I just stayed behind by too much. Then game 2 on my arena's greatest, I'm also on the play. We started 1-1 on the arena, and it was pretty close. I won 8-7. And then game 3, I rolled 2, and my hand was just a terrible brick. I kept drawing small unit after small unit after small unit, and I just couldn't contest. He had Rengar, and it was just too might for me to get him out of the battlefields. It was pretty like a bummer to start the day 0-1 because I've put a lot of time into this Master Yi list, and I've played a lot of it, and especially the mirror. So I was kind of bummed that I had to start my day with a loss. So uh, that was that, but I didn't let it bring me down too much. I was pretty chill about it because on game 3 I really didn't have like a playable hand. So I'm thinking, okay, let's just not focus on that and concentrate, and let's get the next round, which I was able to do. I played against Jay. You can see game 1. I went first, won the die roll, and I won 8-1. I didn't let him play. Basically, I had like a lot of charms, a lot of pumps. Then game 2, it was a little bit the same story, but for him, he won 8-3. And then game 3, I on my arena's greatest. It's a very hard game to lose on the arena's greatest with the list that I'm running, which is very aggressive, and I was able to win. So we're 1-1. Then round 3, it's another Irelia. Game 1, I win 8-4, and he's playing kind of like a weird list. He has Adaptatrons in the main. He did some questionable plays that made me think his hand was really bad. So I tried to put my the foot on the gas, and not let him come back on game 2. But unfortunately, being so aggressive led me to make a misplay and allow him to ride the wind for the 7th and 8th point. And I didn't have an answer to that, so I ended up losing the second game, even though I was pretty much ahead. And then I just logged in game 3 on my arena's greatest, ended up winning 8-2. Oh, I put it here. Misplay with strike. Yeah, I remember now. I strike is the card that does the same as charm. It moves an enemy unit or any unit. No, it's an enemy unit. So I moved him, and he had a lot of pumps, and I couldn't go over like double defiant dances or something like that. If I don't take that gamble, I think I win this round 2-0. But hey, at least I was able to take the win. So we're 2-1 now. And remember, 3 wins equals 15 tickets. 4 wins is 30 tickets, and 5 wins is 45 tickets, something like that. And a medal card is 40 tickets, so you have to win the 5 or win 4 and split the 5th. I think that puts you very close to it, because it would be 4 wins each. That's 35 and 35. Oh, no. You have to win 4 and a side event, or win the 5. They had these pretty amazing sandwiches in the venue. I ended up eating a lot of them during the weekend. They were surprisingly good for like a regional. Usually the food is not like it doesn't suck, but it wasn't as good as that sandwich. Then round 4, I played against Driss. He was playing Diana. Really cool guy. I really enjoyed playing against him. The games were so close, every single one of them. You can see it here. The first one I was able to win, even though he won the die roll. 8-7. Second one, he's on the play, and he wins 8-6 by doing a very sneaky ride the wind at the very end that I was not able to contest. And then game 3 on my arena's greatest, I ended up winning 8-5. I try to take sometimes pictures at the end of the game, just to remember and to be able to talk a little bit about the game. This is game 3, but there's nothing much to see here. You can like this crowd with the Trinity did a lot of work this game. I also drew to Rengar. Seems like it was a pretty fast game, because there's not a lot of cards in the trash. I don't see any Hui on their side. So if I remember correctly, they didn't play one on game 3. And if they did, I maybe charmed it. No, but I don't think they did. So that explains why the game was like a little bit faster. That was my round 4. And for round 5, I'm paired against Ross TCG. Again, super cool guy. Everyone was really friendly, really cool. And we decided to split. So he conceded the round to me, and we split the tickets. And that puts me. He'll probably be here somewhere. There it is. It's the guy on the left that's also recording a vlog. So I haven't seen him on YouTube. So if anyone knows if he vlogs or something, please let me know. I would love to connect with him. And yeah, we decided to split. Got 20 something tickets, because he got 15 and I got 30. So we got 23. And let's see, what am I saying here? Let me crank the volume up.
Thank you, man. I'm very happy I was able to come back from the rough start that I had. A 3-1 into split in the final round, so that's 3-1-1. And we made a lot of tickets. I'm closer now to a medal card, and hopefully I can make some more maybe tomorrow in the main, or Sunday. If I don't end up doing day 2, play some side events. And the deck performed really well. I think I played well for the most part, made a couple of misplays here and there, but overall I was able to do to get the job done. Final final round was against Aurora. I'm happy that my opponent decided to split because it's pretty unfavored for me. I mean, I would have played. Doesn't really matter that much for me, but I'm glad they decided to split. Hopefully tomorrow we can do well in the main event. So what's left tonight is maybe have some dinner, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at the main event.
Yeah, that didn't. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that didn't end up happening. We wanted more tickets, so we decided to play another side event after that. I don't know if that's the best decision to stay up late until 11:30 almost, like playing side events when you have your first round of the main event the next day at 10 a.m. But that's what happened. This is the Mega Nexus night. We didn't end up playing in it because there were no more tickets. The vibes here were amazing. Everyone was having a lot of fun. Everyone seemed to be super friendly. It's a very casual tournament, I think, even though the pricing, I think, is also kind of good. So I wanted to play in it, but unfortunately I couldn't. So we decided to play an on-demand on-demand best of three constructed 8-player pod. And it's single elimination, winner takes all, and it's 12 tickets for the winner. This was my first match. I played against LeBlanc mid-range. I didn't see a hook, so it's either pretty bad luck for them that they didn't draw it, or it's just a different list. It seemed more like the mid-range one. It had a couple of spicy techs, like Sprite Fountain and things like that, but I was able to win this one 2-0. Yeah, first game I won 8-2. I was on the play, and then second game 8-6. They played broker, then a copy, then black, widow, girl, mixologist. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything weird in these notes, but I remember they played especially Sprite Fountain, because the death knell of it is that you create another sprite. So at one point they played double Karthus, and from the death knell of the Sprite Fountain created 3 tokens. So that was interesting. Then round 2 of the pod, me and my friend were prepared. He's playing Vex, and but the hall is closing, and he needs to sell his one-piece cards because they're kind of expensive. They're like $5 or $6,000 cards, and he really wants to sell them, or at least hear some offers. So he decided to concede to me, and went to the vendors to see if he can get like a good offer on his cards. And so I ended up playing the finals, and I thought this would be an easy pod. And the finals I have to play against the guy who won Best of Fiora in Lille. So what are the odds of you playing late night on-demand event and your finals is against this guy? He was an amazing guy, really chill, and fortunately I was able to get the win. It went to 3 games. You can see the first one I won 7-4. I was on the play. I won the die roll. Then game 2, he I drew really like a really bad hand, but I tried to stay alive for as long as I could to start drawing my good cards. So you can see there's a lot of holds here, and there's a lot of Master Yi. These are not all conquers. Some of these are holds. But I was like trying to just slow him down. Don't let him take the both of the battlefields, because I was drawing a lot of small creatures. Eventually, I have to draw Rengars, right, or punch first, or something to get him out of there. And I had like maybe 9 cards in hand that I'm just like holding until there's a turn where I see the opportunity to go all in and spend all my buffs, try to draw the cards and get him out of the battlefields. And I'm at like, I don't know, 10 runes. and I do something like sabotage, uh, pump my Master Yi, go to the other side, charm Hui, charm Diana, punch first. I end up like at 3 runes that turn. Like I deramp massively, but I clear the whole board. And I spent like maybe 5 or 6 cards from my hand and almost was able to get the win. And unfortunately, like he was very low on cards in hand, and unfortunately, he was able to draw into a fizz that I can't remember precisely, but he did something like another stack deck finds a ride the wind, rides the wind the fist to during my turn to the open battlefield, which I cannot contest because I don't have enough runes, and he gets the win that way. So it was pretty close, and it was pretty late because those matches are untimed because they're on demand, so there's not even judges around. Well, there's a couple of judges around just making sure everything's fine, but it's not as strict as the main event. So we probably play like for an hour and a half the whole match, or maybe a little bit under an hour and a half. And then like especially that game 2 was very long. And then game 3 he told me like, hey, I'm kind of tired. We have the main event tomorrow. Do you want to split? But I'm I'm like I didn't decide explicitly to split with my friend, but we're kind of like combining our tickets because we both want to get a metal card each. So our goal is to get 80 tickets between the two of us. So unfortunately, I couldn't split with my opponent, and I told him no, I want to play the third match. And it also on my arena's greatest. I'm going first. I think I have the advantage against Diana as well. And yeah, I ended up winning that one 8-3. So was able to secure 12 more tickets for the cause. There they are. And I think that puts us at 30 something, right? Yeah, 38. We're very close to the first medal card. And my friend, I can't remember how he got a couple of tickets. I think he played a best of one on demand event or something. And for each win, you get 2 tickets. And there were not a lot of options. So Aesir was the one that I took home. So that's 1 out of 2. And the next goal would be obviously to do well on the main event, but also to get a second medal card for my teammates. After that, we went for dinner. We had pasta, really good place near the Airbnb, and that was us the end of day 0, day of the event. We wake up a little bit late. We have breakfast at the Airbnb. Like I make some eggs, and we have some fruit and yogurt and whatnot. And actually, we went to the Airbnb last night and decided to. Well, first of all, we have to submit deck lists. I have to change my battlefield, and my friend decides to change like 8 cards because he didn't like playing Purple Dravens and Bones Cures. So he ends up changing for Vex. He changed a couple things, and we even play one more game at the Airbnb just to make sure our lists are fine. We barely make it to the first round. Like we arrived at 9:56 to the venue, and the first round it's at 10 a.m. And they try to start like on time so that we can so that the event goes on as smooth as it can. In the meantime, while I was waiting, like a lot of people come up to me or came up to me and said that they watched the videos and that they really liked them. And I was like, honestly, really surprised because the channel hasn't taken off or anything. We have like 400 subscribers. It's a very low number. Some of the videos lately have gotten quite some views, but I didn't expect people to recognize me at the event. So thank you so much for everyone who came up to me and say hi, for everyone who took a picture. And this was really cool. And I took a picture of it because this guy, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of this person, but he was a really cool guy. He was always staying, he was always asking during the event, hey, how are you doing? And cheering up for me. Really cool guy. And he was like grabbing signatures from content creators, professional players, and just the people from the community. And you can see there's Colin Kaiser, the Wally, Nice Boy. I think that one says Coco Lopez. Yeah, he was, and he asked me to sign one of these, and I was like, "Hey, are you sure? Are you asking me to sign something for you? Okay, that's sure. I'll sign the card." And there's Casanova as well. So yeah, again, thank you so much for to everyone who said hi and came up to me and took pictures and whatnot. Like it was really a really cool experience. Um, and that was right before round one. This is my round one. I'm going against Sismo. His name is Max. He's playing Vi, and honestly, I haven't tested against Vi too much. We are playing at table 10, and an unfortunate thing happened here where we play game one, I win. We start playing game two. We're at like the fourth turn. I was, I think, pretty advantaged, or at least my hand looked pretty good to win this game. And the judge comes up to me and or comes up to the table and says, "Hey, who's Alex?" And I raise my hand. He's like, "Unfortunately, you submitted your deck list late after the deadline, and you have a match loss." And I'm like, "There's no way. I submitted mine after we had dinner, like at 11:50 something. It was tight, but I think I did it on time." And I appealed to the head judge and asked to if I was able to take out my phone to show him the email, because I know I had an email that that I got when I submitted, and this is the email. I submitted 1 minute late. I was pretty. I mean, I was pretty tired as well, so maybe I was in the wrong, but I was pretty sure I submitted like 11:58. Uh, and unfortunately, the judge said that we had to stop the game that we were playing, and that was my game lost for the round. And we would need to proceed to game three, as if I had just like lost. So at least I have the advantage in which I go first and I get to pick my best battlefield, which is Arena's Greatest when going first. So I take a couple minutes to make my sideboard like really calmly and shake it off, because I was really like, is this for real? Like for like I get that it's the deadline is the deadline, but 1 minute, like I wanted, like it's on me. Yeah, I should be more careful with that, but it is what it is. So here are the notes. Game one, I was able to win 8-4. Game two, we were just starting the game. That's a game loss, but as I said, my hand was really good. And then game three, I was able to win 8-4. I got a really good hand again. You can see here I drew a couple Rengars. The Yi seems like it lived to hold a couple times. And yeah, that was round one against Vi. So we start the main event 1-0. Also, I don't have a buy for round one, because the buy that I had was used in Atlanta, even though I didn't attend, because I have a competitor pass, but I decided not to go there because I was kind of burned out from the game, and I didn't want to like spend a lot if I'm to do the trip if I'm not having like a great time and having fun with the game, just because I already have the pass. Actually, I also had the flights, but I could get a reimbursement for the hotel. So yeah, I decided not to go like 3 days before the that regional. And even though I didn't submit a deck list, they checked me into the tournament, and my buy that I had for winning a skirmish was spent. So I had like no opportunity to get another buy because there's no skirmishes in between Atlanta and Vancouver. So that's why I had to play round one. Then round two, I didn't take pictures of it, so we'll have to do with the notes. We played Daniel, who's playing Jin, and I was able to win 2-0 that one. I think his deck was very interesting. I thought Jin was a really bad legend, but after playing against him, I think it has potential. Like, it's obviously not tier S, but I don't think it's as bad as some people make it seem like he is. Like he is. So first game I win 7-5, and second game he's on the play. He won the die roll as well, but I was able to win both games. So that's a 2-0 on round 2, and we start the day 2-0. This is round 3 against Boggles. We're both at the in the Challenger TCG Discord. I saw his notepad and asked him, and he's like, "Oh, that's where I've seen your username, because since my Discord username starts with an A, it's at the very top of the list. So some people have probably seen me there, and pretty chill guy. We even spoke several times during the whole event after our match. Really cool guy. He was playing Asir, and this is the picture I took after our match on game 3. His name is Avery, and seems like I was able to win game 1 8-3. Oh, I remember this game. He forgot about a buff. I don't remember if it was Master Yi's buff or War Camp that he didn't take into account, and then ended up losing a Sand Soldier for that. And I think after that he got a little bit tilted and misplayed. So game 1, that's why it looks like so one-sided. Then game 2 he won 8-5, and game 3 I was able to get 8-3 on my Arena's Greatest. Like, it's really hard to lose on this battlefield. It's pretty broken. So we're starting the main event 3-0. That's pretty good. Round 4 against T Simple T. I've seen this nickname on tournaments online where I've played, and I told him afterwards, and he said, "Yeah, I also recognize your name from online tournaments." And he does play a lot of online ranked and tournaments. So I know I'm facing a strong player here, and you can see the matches were really grindy. Winning the first one, even though he wins the die roll 8-5. Then game 2 he wins 7-5. I think this second game I misplayed because I gave away my Rengar after seeing his hand. I knew he had a tie turner, and that if he had another buff, he would be able to pull back Irelia, buff, and then kill my Rengar. But I also didn't have like really good options that turn. I don't remember the exact details, but I know that it could have been played a little bit better on my end. And then game 3, I'm on the play on the Arena's Greatest, and I'm really ahead. I'm like probably 6-2, but I have deramped a lot. I have charmed the Stella Corn. I have spent several like power in punch first and things like that, and he has a lot of runes to play with, and ends up crawling back and gets that game pretty much on the final draws. Like, his final 3 draws were pretty good for him. I think if he draws a little bit worse, or I draw a little bit better, or I play a little bit better, I win that round. It was that close. I think I played well, but there's obviously some details that could have been polished. So that's I pick up my first loss on round 4, and we're 3-1 now. Let's go to the round 5, which is against BDAF. Our first Aurora match of the tournament. Unfortunately, this was the last one. I think I didn't mention it before, but the guy whom with I split the final round of the pre-regional challenge was also playing Aurora. So I was pretty in favored, and I was happy that just when I sat on the table, he said like, "Hey, do you want to play?" And I told him, "No, I'm cool with splitting, because I know that I'm pretty in favor there as well." So this is the other Aurora that I faced, and it was a tough matchup. Like, with Aurora as Master you have to get pretty lucky. You have to get good draws. You have to have your opponent not play Aurora on curve. If you can delay it but by 1 or 2 turns, then you can play the game. But if they curve out perfectly, there's nothing you can do most of the time. Game 1, I'm at 6. He molds two cards, so that tells me that he doesn't have Aurora in his initial hand, and he's looking for it. But he's able to delay my first point with a gust, and that puts me already too far behind. Like I probably could have been at 7 points here and do some different plays at the very end, but he ends up finding the Aurora pretty soon, and it's just GG from there. Like there was nothing that I could really do against several Elder Dragons and Mind Splitters. Then game two, I find a Trinity, and he plays Sabotage and gets rid of it. And I think I should have played it one turn earlier, but I wanted to develop more units on the battlefield, and my plan was to play that next turn. And when he uses Sabotage and gets my Trinity, I was like, man, I think I threw this game. Like if he plays Aurora in the following turns, I don't have the Trinity. We were playing to 8. To 9 on the Aspirant's Climb. So it was pretty sketchy, but somehow I ended up winning that one with the Charms and the Unyielding Spirit. Against Aurora, my whole sideboard goes in. So the 8 cards go in, and I was able to see several of them. So for the final point, or for the final 2 points, just for win, I bring everything back. I let him conquer. He has one Elder Dragon, I think, and of the Aurora he gets, I think, another Elder Dragon. But since I have everything on my base, he only gets to kill one, and he's not conceding. Even though I'm pretty sure he knowed I had Charm in my hand. He's not conceding, and I think for a second, and I'm like, okay, if he's not conceding right now, it means he has Flurry of Blades in hand, because he only has 2 runes open. So I try to play the safest here, and I even play around the 2 flurries. I charm the dragon back to base, and then go in with a unit. He lets me go to 8, and then I have a Defy and Unyielding Spirit in my hand, and I'm thinking, okay, if he has double Unyielding Spirit, he will want to play that, and he has Gust as well. He wants to he'll be able to play that as well. So I'll save the Defy for the potential Gust, and if he has double Flurry of Blades, I'll just play Unyielding Spirit, and that's exactly what happened. He had double Flurry of Blades, and when I show him the Unyielding Spirit, he just scoops, and we go to game 3. Unfortunately, game 3, he is not able to find the Aurora until like turn 6, and by that time it's just late. I hold to 7, on both battlefields, then Sabotage, see his whole hand, pull everything back, and oh, no. He didn't play Aurora there. I hold to 7, and I know that he has the Aurora because he had several things on the battlefield to predict and see cards, and he didn't use them. He didn't use them, and instead he like ultra ramped there. So I think, okay, he now has the Aurora. Okay, no, let me back that up, because that game was pretty interesting. Turn 3 or 4, I noticed that he's trying to draw a lot and not ramping. And I'm like, okay, if he has the ramp, he's not using it because he doesn't have the Aurora. Or he doesn't have the ramp and is trying to find something else and maybe has the Aurora. And if that's the case, I need to slow him down. So what I do is I attach a Trinity to my Crab and put it on in a battlefield, and now he's a 4. Right, on defense, and I have a Discipline in hand. So if he wants to kill my guy, he has to play Sivir and D-Ramp twice to commit to try to kill my guy, and we just trade, and that game gains me 1 more additional turn because he won't because he has to pay 2 purple to accelerate the Sivir. If that happens, I'm still okay because I have several units in my base and I can go in for double conquer next turn. If he lets my crab with Trinity live, I'm also okay because I will be gaining 3 points next turn. So it's a win-win for me. He accelerates the Sivir, and this tells me he doesn't have Aurora. He kills the guy, we trade, I conquer, and then the next turn is where he keeps drawing cards, like looking for the Aurora, and I'm like, okay, he doesn't have it in hand, so I'm gonna pull everything that I have, play everything on my base if I can, so that if he sees from the Aurora the Elder Dragon, he can kill only one of my units on the back, but he can not play anything on the battlefield, and then I can just conquer both battlefields and win because I'm at 7. And if it's Mind Splitter, I just auto-win. And that's what ended up happening. He plays the Aurora, reveals a dragon, kills one of my units, and next turn I can just win. And that game I won 8-0. And I was really happy because honestly, like when I sat down in front of this Aurora player, I thought like, man, maybe my chances here to win are like 35% to his 65. So I already lost one round. I don't want to be on my last life, so I was kind of nervous, to be honest, but I was able to win. So really happy about that. Then round 5 against Bruce Meat. His name was Christian, really cool guy. Game 1, he wins the die roll. He has the, let me go back to the notes. He has the turn 1 crab going to the battlefield that lets you pull back a unit the first time you play another unit. Plays first mate turn 2, pulls his guy back, goes to the other battlefield, and I never get an opportunity to break that hold. He ends up winning 8-2, and I literally cannot play. Then game 2, I'm on the play, but my hand is very bricked, so I know I have to play it slow. I have to play a long game. We're both gonna hold, but that's fine because I need to start drawing my good cards, and I need time for that. And I'm able to grind that one out. Ended up winning 8-7, as you can see. Even though it's on my arena's greatest, it was a hard game. And then game 3, he's on the play. He's playing, if I remember correctly, Targon Speak, I think, and I'm playing the one where if you hold, you get a rune. And it's another very grindy game. That he starts very strong with the advantage, and then I have to slowly crawl back in. Honestly, both times during game 2 and game 3 of this round, I thought I was losing this round, but I don't know. At this point, I was really locked in, and I think I played well and was able to get the game. He was a very chill guy. We ended up taking a picture. Because he told me he has seen the videos, so big shout out to him, all the way to Canada. I think he said he was from Montreal, and at this point I'm 5-1. If I win one of my next 2 rounds, I make day 2. So something inside me told me, like, instead of being nervous, I'm like, no, you have to lock in. And I was really focused during both of these games. Round 7, it's against Shinoa. His name was also Chris. Again, I say this every round, but everyone was super cool and super chill. We ended up becoming friends on Discord and talking a lot about the game after a round. I was able to win an into to day 2. Game 1, he was on the play, and it was a kind of grindy match, but I was able to win a weird combat where we both spent a lot of our resources and pumps, and I was able to come out on top on that one. And the rest was kind of what you would expect. He was playing like on the play on game 2. He just steamrolled over me, and then game 3 on my arena's greatest, I steamrolled him. Like game 2, you can see it was 8-3. That's game 2. Then game 3, I won 8-1. So really, this round was decided on the game 1, and I'm 6-1. hey, I made day 2, regardless of what happens on the next round. But I'm super locked in. My friend told me like, hey, congratulations, you're in. You can now relax. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to relax. I'm going for the 7-1. And my next game is against. Oh, this is the final game against Chris. Well, it was another Master Yi mirror. I think I didn't even say mention that. And then round 7 against Anthony. He was, I believe, best of Rek'Sai of the event. This was my round 7. This is final round of the day. Wait, isn't this round 8? Yeah, I think this is round 8. This is my bad on the notes. He's playing, as I said, Rek'Sai. I think I won the die roll. Let's see. Oh no, he wins the die roll. But I get to. Oh my god, these were really close. I'm not even sure who won here because he's at 6, I'm at 7. Then game 2, I'm at 6, he's at 7, and I didn't take the note of who did the final point. Let's just say that I won game 1, I guess, and he won game 2. I think that's how it happened. No, it makes sense. He won game 2 because he hold with Ferris, and I was never able to get rid of it. It was really close. I think I had a good chance of winning game 2 if I had if he doesn't play the guy that gives +2 to all of his units, because I have double Ruined Runner on one battlefield and Punch First in my hand and First Mates as well. And when he plays the guy, the worm that gives +2 to everything, he comes in for 10 with all of his units, and with my for 15, and with my Punch First, all I can do is trade. If he doesn't do that, then I hold to 7. Then I can pull back 1 camel, First Mate, and I believe I had White Flame, and go into the other battlefield for the win. But it didn't happen that way. So he wins game 2 too, and game 3 on my Arena's Greatest, I'm able to win the game. He had some pretty unlucky reveals from the Conquer of the Rek'Sai, but by now I think I'm a little bit more used to what his deck wants to do, and I'm playing. And I think I'm able to play a little bit cleaner than I did on game 1 and 2. And I get the win. I'm 7-1 going into day 2. This was my final hand. I didn't have like that many creatures on the board, but I had all the tricks in my hand. I had another Ruin Runner that I never really developed because I was like applying constant pressure. I didn't let him play. Like all of the units that he played, I was able to kill them, yeah, with spells. You can see here the Punch First on the trash, the back off, the discipline, and I even had double charm to potentially push 2 units back and then go for the double conquer and win the game. So that was the end of my day 1 main event. Just to recap, first round 1-1 with 1 game lost. Second round 2-0. Third round 2-1. Dropped my 4th round against T Simple T. 5th round against Aurora, I won. 6th round against the Mirror, won. 7th round against the Mirror, won. And 8th round against Best of Rek'Sai, I won. I was really glad that Shinoa was able to make day 2 after this. He also won his final round. So we make day 2 7-1, and I'm 44th. That's pretty good. It means that tomorrow morning I will be playing against some really good players. Like it's gonna be like the hard part of the tournament starts tomorrow. But nonetheless, I'm pretty happy to make day 2. We go for dinner, banana milkshake, and pork and rice. Honestly, this looks kind of good, but it was very mid. I was even a little bit worried that I would get like like a little bit sick because yeah, there was something weird with this food, so I didn't even finish it. I just went home. We went to sleep straight away, and I woke up at 6:30 in the morning for day two. Only sleeping like 6.5, 7 hours because I couldn't sleep. Like I was like dreaming of Riftbound. I was very excited to keep playing, but I think like even I tried to sleep for an additional hour, but I couldn't. I was just too excited, maybe. Uh, yeah, that was not great because I think I could have played better if I had a little bit more rest. I drank coffee, but it wasn't enough. I still felt like a little bit numb during round one, and I made a couple misplays, but we'll get to that. The weather was beautiful this day. This was the day two of the event. As I said, beautiful, beautiful walk to the venue. Not that many people today, as early as yesterday. Let me lower the volume a little bit. There it is. Round 9 against Thunder Trees. He's playing Azir. His name is Brandon. I'm on the play game 1, and it's very, like, I get a very good hand, and I'm able to win 8-4. Then game 2, he wins. Vi, Yellow Vi is a very hard card to deal with as Master Yi. And a well-timed Vi can really break your whole board. And game 3 is where I think I made a misplay. I decided to go for the aggressive line because I had 2 charms in my hand, and he's playing. I think he missed turn 1 play, and then he's playing just smaller gear like the sword and the shield, and I don't see brutalizer or BF sword, and I'm like, he doesn't have good gears here. If I charm his guys, I can keep him out of the game because I have 2 charms, and then I draw, I think, the Skyward Strike, which is essentially the third strike. But that means that I'll be deramping too early. I decide to go for that line. I kill everything for several turns in a row, and then I get to see his hand. I think from a sabotage, and I was just like still kind of like not fully awake. And this is where I think I misplay a little bit. I take these notes, the ones that says brutalizer, shield, sacrifice, and call the weak, and I see his runes, and I'm thinking, looking at my notes, okay, he cannot play call the weak plus a seer. So if he decides to call the weak to kill one of my units, that's fine, but that's gonna be his whole turn. If he plays a seer, he cannot call the weak because he doesn't have enough runes, and he obviously the following turn he doesn't want to kill his Azir. And I still have 1 charm. And while I'm thinking all of this, he has his hand laid down because of the sabotage, and I said, in my head, I'm like, yeah, get rid of the brutalizer and keep charming his guys and win that way. And I say pass without saying out loud which card I want to drop. And he's like, what? And I'm sorry. Like he was very kind. He lets me take the card from the sabotage. I mean, it's not an optional effect, but still, he didn't call a judge or anything. He's just like, yeah, it gets kind of weird, but sure, it's fine. And in that process, I get really like I lose focus so much that I don't take the time to really think what's the best card to get rid of. Like I'm thinking on the following turn and what I'm gonna do, but I'm not thinking what's the best card to get rid of. And I should have taken the sacrifice from his hand and not the brutalizer. And that was a really big mistake because his outs were like drawing into another brutalizer or a BF sword, making a big guy, then sacrificing, drawing cards. And that's what happened. Like we were, I think, probably 5-1, something like that. And he draws a BF sword, plays it, plays a Sun Soldier, passes. And I'm like, oh crap. I hold, go to 6, and next turn he goes in with the token. Oh, he draws another BF sword, goes in with the token, kills my guy, sacrifices his guy, draws into Vi and something else, and from that he starts coming back in the game, and I lose that round for not taking that sacrifice. Or I mean, maybe I would have still lost because the gamble I took earlier with charming and deramping early had already happened. But still, I think letting him have the sacrifice gives him the opportunity to draw into the right cards. There's also a possibility that he doesn't draw into the good cards and I still win. But it's that final like detail that like after thinking more about the game, I'm like, yeah, I could have played that better and put myself in a position, or at least put my opponent in a position where he's top deck mode and I don't let him draw any additional cards. Like, sure, you can have the brutalizer, and then I play around that the +3 might on their turn. He will only be able to do it once probably if I keep attacking and killing his guys, and he has to keep paying to equip the brutalizer. So really small misplay, I think, or at least that's the one that I think was the biggest one, or not the biggest one, but the one that cost me that game. And I end up losing my round 1 of day 2. We're 7-2, and pretty cool guy. He ended up, I think, like 10-3 or something like that. He ended up doing pretty well. And this is what I was telling you, like, he has the BF sword now. He drew into the Vi, he drew into Hidden Blade, and my final 2 cards, like, I needed pumps, I needed another punch first, I needed discipline, I needed something, and I drew into 2 Sonias. So if I draw a little bit better, if I played a little bit better, if he draws a little bit worse, I think I'm in a very good position to win this game. So I don't know, tricky game, but good game nonetheless. Also, opponent was playing super tight, so props to him. Then round 10, we're playing against another Vi, Kevin, who I also, I think, misplayed on game 1 in a very subtle way again. So we're battling it out. There's back and forth. He's killing my units. I'm killing his units. And there's a turn where he taps out to go into both battlefields. I don't remember exactly the units, but I mean, maybe I can see them here. Yeah, it's unyielding. Yeah, it's an unyielding. No, not unyielding. Unsung hero. Sorry. And I have a Poro and Rengar. Sorry, I have a Poro on my base and Rengar in my hand. I play the Rengar, kill the unsung hero, and then go in with Poro, something like that. And I decide not to deramp because I have Sonias in my hand and I can hide the card to protect my Rengar, but I would go down to 3 runes. And he hasn't deramped yet. And I'm thinking, like, what can he do to punish me here? Is there a way where he can, like, clear my board? And I cannot come up with anything. So I don't hide the Sonias and I pass. And that's a misplay that cost me, I think, the whole round. Because he plays Rengar accelerated with which is 4, and then with the additional 2 he plays I don't remember which one was it. He plays a gear, attaches the Rengar, goes to kill my Poro. Since his Rengar has, it's a red Rengar that has Accelerate and Assault. And since the Rengar has Assault 2 and Ganking and Deflect, he kills my Poro by more than 3 with the gear, readies the Rengar with his Vi legend ability, goes to the other side and kills my Rengar. And clears my whole board up. If I had played the Sonias there, my Rengar lives, and I think I lose the game there. Then not the game, but the round, because game 2 I'm playing on my arena's greatest. I have the advantage. I win 8-4, and then game 3 it's the same, but for him he is playing arena's greatest again, and he wins 8-5, and I don't have a way to break the hold. And yeah, second misplay of the day, and it costs me the round. So we're now 7-3, and obviously I'm out of contention for top 8 by a long shot. I'm still playing for top 64 though, and I really want to get the invite to the regional. So I cannot afford to lose any additional round today. I need to go 3-0 in the next 3 rounds, and for a total record of 3-2 for the day, and that puts me in contention for top 64. I mean, there's tiebreakers involved, but most of the 10-3s will make top 64. So I really want to put myself in that position. This is table 107. We dropped a little bit. We started the day at table 22, I believe, and we've dropped all the way down to 107. We're playing against Kha'Zix and against Mark. Super cool guy. I really enjoyed playing against him. Sorry, I didn't put the notes of this round here, but it doesn't really matter. I won that match 2-0 against the Kha'Zix. So I feel a little bit more relieved. Now I'm 8-3. Then round 12. This is my first LeBlanc of the event, of the main event, against Jungle Kingdom. His name was Dominic. Really cool guy. We had really great matches, and I end up being able to pick up my second win of the game. Oh, there's the notes for the game of Kha'Zix. Yeah, I win 2-0. Then against LeBlanc, really close games, I think, for the second and third one. The first one I was able to win. I win the die roll. I went 8-4. Second one, he wins. I was holding for the 7th, and he did an amazing Ruined Rex play with the mixologist and everything, all the copies, and he's able to get that win. And then game 3, he bricks a little bit, but starts coming back. But I'm able to just push through it, and I'm able to win 8-6. LeBlanc is one of our bad matchups. It's probably not as bad as Aurora, but it's like you don't want to see LeBlanc hooks, and I'm able to win that one. And I'm 9-3, and it'll all come down to the final round against Pog Chungus. I didn't write down his name. He is like, we sit down, and everyone around us is like splitting or doing different things, like asking their opponents if they're playing, if they're not playing, whatever. And we're both like, no, I want the invite, and he's in contention for best of Draven. So he has to win this to get the best of Draven, and I have to win to get my invite to the regional. My tiebreakers are good. So if I win, I think at this point I've made top 128. My tiebreakers are good. So I think if I win, I think I'm secured top 64. So we both play very cautiously. He wins the die roll, and game 1, he's able to do a super strong hold on his Son Warrens. Since he's up by 1 point, he gets to hold forever. He has Ferrous Forerunner on that battlefield. He has a hidden card. He has a couple Poros. He has Overzealous Fan. Like, I'm never able to break that hold, and he wins game 1. Then game 2, I'm going first on Arena's Greatest, and I get to win. I don't remember, but quite some points. And then game 3, it was very back and forth, and he goes to his Arena's Greatest. This is the picture I took after the game. He's winning the points race, and he goes into Arena's Greatest and starts stacking units here. And I haven't played any Trinity Forces yet. So, and he's only winning by 1 point. He's like, let's say 4, and I'm 3. He put in here two Poros, I think a Tide Turner, and a hidden card. And by the way he played it, I was convinced that that's a switcheroo. So in my hand, I had White Flame Protector. You can see it here for a very long time. At any point, I could have played White Flame and go to that battlefield and get rid of everything. But by the way he played it, I always thought it was a switcheroo. So instead of that, I opted for playing Trinity Force. I had this Poro that's on the trash on the left side, and attach the Trinity Force, hide a card, which is a Sonia's, but he doesn't know it's Sonia's. It could also be a back off. And I have the Poro with the Trinity, and I start crawling back. I start holding, and suddenly I'm up in terms of points. He doesn't have much cards in hand. I think he has one, and he the turn where I am at 4. He plays Draven in base, and he's at 5. So Draven is an 8. And I'm thinking, what could be that card in hand that he's playing Draven in base? Like, it has to be something where he's setting up lethal, or not lethal, he's setting up something to go to my battlefield next turn and get rid of everything I put there. So I have two options. I can White Flame Protector and try to go over his whole battlefield, which would have won me the game because the hidden card was Evelyn. But since I'm playing around the switcheroo, I don't do that. And instead of that, I decide I have a Clockwork in base, which is this one, and I draw another Trinity. I bring up the Clockwork and attach the other Trinity. So first of all, I hold to 6 with a Poro, and I put the Clockwork with the Trinity and the Poro with the Trinity both on the start strip pick on my battlefield on the left. And I think the only way I lose this is if he has a way to get rid of these two guys from this battlefield. Obviously, the Draven in base is pretty scary, so I decide to charm the Draven onto his own battlefield. So now he cannot get him out. He cannot attack my battlefield. He has one card in hand. I pass turn and start praying, but I know I'm pretty favored. I know I'm like, he has to draw really well here to get me out of this battlefield. He starts by revealing the Evelyn, which up until this point I thought it was a switcher, and I'm like, my god, well, there goes one guy. Charms the Clockwork to the right side. I get to kill a couple things, of course, but he draws from the combat. And that draw, I mean, I'm not sure the order, but he drew Kaisa, Spinning Axe, and the important one is the Tide Turner. He plays Tide Turner, and I believe he drew the Tide Turner off of the combat, because otherwise he would have just played it before and go in with the Draven, right? He plays Tide Turner, pushes Draven down, and goes in, kills my Poro. And after that, I cannot come back to the game. He goes to 7 with that point, and I have no way to get him off both battlefields. I can get him off of one. That's why I have the Clockwork with... Okay, yeah, I reveal Sonia, so Clockwork lift. I get to draw from the Death of the Lonely Poro. Actually, no, it was a little bit more intense than that, because he goes with the Accelerated Kaisa and Draven onto this battlefield, and I'm with the Lonely Poro and a Trinity Force attached. So it's a 6 on defense. And the Draven is an 8. So I'm thinking, sorry, no, Draven is a 9, because he's at 6 points plus the 3 might that he has. And I only have this in hand. And I think, okay, I haven't drawn any punch first or in guards this game. And I have no good way of getting rid of everything next turn. If I play Discipline and draw into another pump, at least I can kill the Draven, and next turn I can I had a Rengar somewhere in my hand, I think. No, it wasn't Rengar. But I think next turn I can draw into Rengar or into Charm and stall it out, and he only has small units, and I probably win this still. And I take that gamble. I play Discipline, draw into Engard, pump my Poro with Engard again, and my Poro is now a 10 against Draven and Kaisa. And he plays Spinning Axe on the Draven and wins by 1. He's on 11, and I can no longer kill the Draven. I can kill the Kaisa, but the Draven is now on 11, and I cannot get over that for the final turn. I end up killing everything on this side, but there's no way. Like, I still had outs. Like, I could have drawn into Charm and pushed the Draven back, and we're still playing. But that was it. I lost my final round. I think I played it really well, to be honest with you. So I'm not even mad because my opponent was a really great guy, and I'm happy for him that he was able to secure Best of Draven with this. He secured his invite as well, and I cannot be mad about that because it's card games, and sometimes you have to get a little bit lucky. And also, I think the other 2 rounds that I lost earlier today I could have played better. So losing 1 game here and there to variance, that's fine. But losing to misplace is what made me a little bit sad. And I ended up making the top 128, and they gave me the best playmat and everything. But it felt a little bit like a consolation prize because I felt like I was so close to achieving that goal of getting the invite, and came up just a couple cards short, right? So because the misplays were not huge, and that's the story of my main event. Yeah, those are the notes for the final game, and I ended up 97th out of almost 2,000 people. This is day 2. Lost against Asir, lost against Vi, won against Kha'Zix, won against LeBlanc, and lost against Best of Draven. And that's the event for you guys. This is the best of pricing ceremony. They're giving away, not giving away, but they're giving the best of cards to all of the players that won. The top 8 is starting in a couple minutes here, and the hall is starting to feel a little bit emptier. People have left. It's like 6 p.m. on the Sunday, and that's it. Let me volume up a little bit. This is the just the final moments of the tournament. They're just giving away. No, again, not giving away, but giving the pricing to the players. There's the Vex playmat, pretty cool playmat to be honest. And my friend is still playing the rebound. He didn't do that well on day 1, so he ended up dropping and played a lot of side events, made a lot of tickets, and he's now playing the rebound, and he's 4-1. If he wins his final round, he will get enough tickets for his medal card. So that's me. I'm destroyed. Like my face says it all there. I just want to go rest now. I'm pretty tired, and it's time to go see how my friend is doing for his final round. And he's playing Diana for the rebound tournament. In the final round is against Aurora. I don't know if I took pictures of it. There's the playmat again. You can see. Oh, there he is. I go to his table, and I see the Aurora player has played Aurora and has 3 Elder Dragon in hand and 1 Baron. Like, what is he gonna find from this Aurora? And fortunately, he was able to win his final round, and he got a Jin. So that's another goal that we achieved, that we set up for ourselves. 1 medal card each. And since I had spare tickets, I was able to also purchase these awesome runes that are only available, I think, on the regionals, which I showed them earlier in the video. Unfortunately, there were no more pins, but I was pretty happy. I got the playmat, I got my medal card, I got my runes, and it's time to celebrate. Like 9-4 is not such a bad result. I think I can do better. I think I can get top 64. I even think I can get top 32. Like if I polish all these minor mistakes. And I wish I had a badge for another set three regional. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get one, so I'm on the wait lists. But the next events will happen in a week or two. Well, the first one will happen, I think, in a week, and the other one in 2 weeks. So I don't think I'll be able to play another set 3 regional. So it'll my next regional will probably have to be Barcelona and then LA after that. But we'll see how that goes. For now, we went for boba to celebrate and ramen again. Danbo ramen, that's the one. If you're in Vancouver, you have to try this amazing ramen. It was an amazing way to end the week. I love the city. Really great weather. A lot of things to see. A lot of things to eat. The event was really cool, and this was all of the loot for the weekend. Oh my god, I cannot get it. Sorry for the super long video. So much to talk about, so much that we did. So I hope that you enjoyed the recap slash vlog. Let me know what you think of this format, and I will be back to uploading gameplay videos of several decks, not just Master Yi, in the following days. I still have a couple in the backlog, not in the backlog, but in the in my folders, like other Master Yi games that I haven't uploaded, so I'll be doing that in the following days. And I will also be playing some Diana, which I haven't touched in a week or so. And I have a Metal Asir, so I will be probably playing some Asir here and there as well. And that's it. Thank you so much for following my journey with this game, for liking the videos, for commenting, for subscribing, for coming up to me and saying hi IRL in these events. It's all really been it's already been a great experience. So thank you so much for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.